Welcome to Everyman Prepping. Hope you're having a great day. And today I want to talk to you about how the prices that have gone up over the last 2 years, how we're not going to really see them go down. We're going to look at an article talking about the inflation from 2021 through 2022 of goods we use almost on a daily basis. You know, the government's telling us that right now it's a 7.1% year-over-year inflationary increase. But that's after they combine the stuff that really isn't inflating with the stuff that is, and they get that number, so it sounds good. You know, if you look at shadow stats, you know, inflation is probably double what the government's putting out. But I want to look at the things that we use on a daily basis, see what those increases have been, and then at the end we'll talk about why these really won't go down. When the inflation slows down, what will really happen. So let's go to the article here. And you can see here, this is from Visual Capitalist. U.S. inflation, how much prices have really increased. And, you see their pie chart here. It says all items, 7.1%. Food, 10.6%, energy, 13.1%, and it's got all their items. But let's look at them individually. And please like this video, subscribe, ring that bell, and most importantly, share this video with your loved ones, your friends, and family. So let's look at the select goods here. So we see here the top, the one that has increased the most, and of course it's a government program, why wouldn't it go up, is food at elementary and secondary schools. 254% increase. Well, that's all under government contract, and we know when you're under a government contract, they jack up the prices. A lot of it has to do with who's bidding, what senator or congressman might be attached to it. A lot of that money gets to go to these companies, then the money comes back through unions and donations, kind of a big money laundering loop. So it doesn't surprise me that a government-funded program is the leader in price increases, because that's basically how government money works. Next, fuel oil. For those people that use it for heating their houses and for other means, 65, almost 66%, much more than your 7%, right? Something we always use. Eggs, almost 50% increase. I harp on this all the time. You guys are probably getting tired of me saying this, but if you can, get yourself some chickens, get some hens. Easy to take care of, one of the easy things you do, and you'll have chickens every day. You'll have eggs every day. Chickens will always be there, but eggs every day, almost. And even though they slow down the wintertime now, they're still giving you eggs, and you won't have to pay a 49% increase. I was just at a store recently yesterday, and they got new signage out. We're rationing eggs again. 1 dozen per person. And as a side note, let's go on a tangent here. When people see that sign, the normal people, they see that. They haven't stocked up. They haven't prepared. They say, oh, I can only get a dozen? Well, I better buy it. Now it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, basically. The store knows eggs are in low supply. They put that sign out. People see the sign, makes them buy it. Everybody in that store was buying a dozen eggs. Whether or not they needed them or not, they're buying them. So now it's even a bigger shortage. But that's what's going on. So that's why you want to have the stuff so you don't have to deal with this panic buying that the stores are basically causing themselves on a lot of these items. So get the stuff beforehand. You won't be caught up in that. And the prices were out of the world on those eggs. One of them was, it wasn't even a free range egg. It was over $6 a dozen. It was crazy. Airline fares up 36%. That doesn't seem to stop people from traveling, because Americans love to go on vacation. They don't care if they have to put it on their credit card. They love to run away from their current life. Butter and margarine, another one, 34%. Butter's in short supply. I always talk about how great it is to freeze it. Do it while you can. Then we got coffee. We talked about that a couple months ago, how that was in short supply, 25%. Public transportation. What do you know? Another government basically run organization up 24%. Fats and oils, 22%. Pasta's up 16%. By the way, all these are higher than that 7%, right? These are everything we use every day. Bread, coffee. Going on from there, what else do we have? Flour up top here. Chicken. Chicken has gone up high, very high, especially if you're trying to get some of the free-range chicken or the organic. It's even up even more. Energy at 13.1. I thought it'd be higher. I think it's higher. Personally, I'm experiencing more than 13.1% on the electricity side of things. As we go through furniture, it's up 10%, probably because of lack of supplies or goods. Not really necessary item for prepping, but that's up. Gasoline, 10.1%. This is actually pretty low because gas came down recently. Now you're starting to see it go back up. All over the country, getting reports of gas going up 10 cents, 30 cents, especially back east. They had that little pipeline issue going on now. It's just going to cause panic buying and prices to go up. The drawdown on the Strategic Petroleum Reserve needs to be filled. Once they start doing that, it's going to go up further. So that actually seems low to me. I think it should be higher. Fruits and vegetables, 10%. We talked about how California and the drought is killing the fruits and vegetables in that area. It's probably going to go up even more this summer. So get your canning ready. Alcoholic beverages going up. Last video also mentioned that. Apparel. And then we have a couple of declines here. Beef and veal. And we talked about this. White beef is going down. The drought caused a lot of those farmers, those ranchers, to cull their herd. They couldn't support the number of cattle they had. They sent them all to market, slaughtered, prices went down. This kind of proves it right here, down 5.2%. Smartphones, okay, so technology down. Smartphone is because people are buying everything above the smartphone because they want to eat and live, and they have their phone, it works fine. They don't need the newest technology because the advancements haven't really been there to garner spending more money, so smartphones are down. So this is just a general thing. Almost everybody uses everything here, daily, weekly basis, and it's all above that 7% basically, except for the few items down below here. Alcohol, clothing, things like that. So that was 21 to 22. 22 to 23 is probably going to mirror this or be worse. So get ready for that. So you can still buy stuff now, stock up on it, and save money for later. Now let's talk about why prices aren't going to go down. You're going to see deflation in some items, and that's just a reduction in the money supply, which is going to cause inflation to go down. So inflation, instead of being what the government says 7 or 8%, it might go back down to the 2 or 3%. It might take a year or two after the Fed's gets these rates, keeps jacking these rates up, and people stop spending money. But does that mean prices will go down? No, that just means they don't go up as much. Instead of going up 7 or 8%, they're going up 2 or 3%, but they're going up. Some items will go down in price, but if anything, you're going to see a leveling off. Eggs and that stuff, they might level off at the prices they're at, or they might go back a little bit, but they're not going to drop to where they were a year ago. You're not going to see them be cut in half. That's just not how economics works. Once the companies are used to making that money, used to that price, people are used to paying that price, they're not going to go back down. So just don't be waiting for that time when, flour, bread, and eggs, if they go back to 2019 prices, then I'm going to resupply, then I'm going to restock. Not going to happen. You need to take care of that now because it's just going to go up and then level. And find ways to replace all these items, as much of these items you can yourself, whether it be through raising your own food, growing in your garden, having your chicken. I know it's hard for people who can't make your own butter. You can't make your own bread though. That's easy. Instead of buying the bread, if you got the flour, and you can make it yourself, it's actually very healthy. You can do it yourself. Some of these items you can do yourself and help you save money. But going into the future here in this 2023, you're still going to see those price increases. You might see sales. The sales is what you're going to do it. The prices won't go down, but you'll see some sales. That's when you need to grab that opportunity to stock up. So look for that, sales. And unfortunately, you're going to see going out of business. This recession, as it deepens and gets worse with these rate hikes that the Fed just said a couple days ago, they're going to continue with all year. You're going to see bankruptcies, businesses closing. That's when you can go in there and scoop up some stuff at a deal and replenish. Unfortunately for the business owner, not good for them, but it could be good for you to stock up. So put in the comments below what you think about this article, what prices you're used to, you're seeing. If you agree with these numbers or you think they're even higher, maybe you've seen in your area where it's even more astronomical in this. But comment below on what you're seeing, what you think about it. If you think the number's high or low, any of that stuff, just write it down below in the community. Ask questions. Love responding to all you guys. Love the comments you have, the information you give to me for where you're living. I had a lot of good information from the United Kingdom, the UK on the last one. Love hearing about that. So until next time, keep your ear to the ground and head on a swivel.